right. So first question, whenever I try to take time off, I feel guilty about not working, worry about missing opportunities or stressed about things falling apart. Other business owners and entrepreneurs tell me that this is just part of being an entrepreneur, but how do you actually take real vacations without all the guilt and worry?
So this is the freedom challenge, right? So how I look at it anyway is that if I'm going to be building something to be free, for me, what that means is I can do this wherever I want to be anywhere in the world. So if that's the case, then I can leave. I know we're talking about a vacation, and I get that. And two, if the freedom challenge is that you're going to be free, and if we're doing this from anywhere it is we want to be, and if you want to take vacations a lot or be away a lot, uh, you do these things while you're away. And I get you don't want to be a workaholic and work on vacation where the kids are going, oh, I want to go to the beach or want to go to the pool or whatever the case is. But if you set this up right, also if looking to do this for freedom, and you go, okay, you anticipate, right? You go, okay, when I'm on vacation, I need things to flow the way I need them to work. So how would I adapt things prior to ever going on vacation, even months from now, so that it does go more close to clockwork. And Chuck and I, years ago, went to Croatia. This is before you could be connected anywhere in the world. At that point in Croatia, we had these little cell phones, the European cell phones, and everywhere we went, everywhere you go in Europe, there's a different cell zone. Like now I have an iPhone, right? And I can pretty much drop into anywhere in the world, and I have the whatever it is, I'm free in the world plan. So it's going to work when I drop into London or Dubrovnik or wherever. It's going to turn it on. It's just going to work. But it didn't always used to be like that. So you'd have to have one of these phones, and then swap out the SIM cards for every area you were in. So when we were in this area of Croatia, you have to figure out where to get SIM cards. And in Croatia, they sell them, or used to sell them, at the newspaper stand. So you have to find the newspaper stand, and it's always this little adventure. And they're expensive, and to recharge them, you've got to speak Croatian. So you don't use them much. And there's no internet. You had to go to an internet cafe to somehow figure out how to get internet. And while we were away, we didn't stay in very good contact because we had people that were taking anticipated even before we ever went. It was already set up where if we weren't at the office, if we were gone for a few days, it wasn't going to go to hell in a handbasket. So when we went further away, it was kind of just like another day. Granted, we weren't there, but we knew that we had good people taking care of things. In fact, things did explode in a certain way while we're in Croatia. In the credit card processing business that we're in, I think something happened to the biggest processor in the world, and nobody got their money for like 3 days. And if we would have been reachable, we would have been on the phone and scrambling around, but we weren't. Ignorance was bliss. But we set it up in advance, way in advance. We anticipated, all right, when I do want to go on vacation and we were there for, I don't know, a week and a half or something. We didn't even find out about this until it was all done and it was all fixed. And you call back and they go, oh, it was crazy for a few days. Really? Why? And they go, oh, here's why. Thank goodness that we set it up so we weren't reachable, so that but we laid the groundwork way in advance, way in advance. So those people that go, oh, you can't go and all that kind of stuff. Well, hold on. I would bet that they didn't set it. They didn't anticipate. There was no anticipation there, so they didn't adapt their world in a way where they could be away and be free. If you want to be free, then think ahead. Anticipate these things are going to happen. So see those in advance and get those set up so that when it's all going to be fine. Not like I'm going to be gone next week. Oh, let's find somebody to take care of this. You don't even know how that's going to work. I would look look beyond, look beyond. I guess how I would say it. So encapsulate that. So the question was, I feel stressed when I go on vacation. I don't, I feel I need to be available and all that kind of thing. Understood. Just way in advance, set it up so that you have safety nets and people and processes and systems that make sense so you can be free. So suddenly, if you need to go somewhere or really want to, like, you know what, I see there's tickets to in Stockholm. It's like, you want to go? Yeah, let's go. Oh, we can't go. Yeah, you can because you did all the stuff in advance.